Grown Folks Production.
In the mix.
With the commish, Nate.
All right, we're doing that thing. It is time for OMFL Media Days, Day 7, our last one. Here's our second to last session. We got two guys that I think are fairly relatively unknown. One's been here for absolutely ever. One's now starting to stack those seasons behind him. We got Logan. We got D-Money. Fellas, how we doing today on a Sunday? I am glad that I did that again. There's one little button I keep forgetting. Anyway, don't worry about it. You guys, we got it. We fixed it. Okay, let's jump right into it. We got to learn about both of you because I want to make sure I got this right. I think both of you are going to have brand new teams this year. So there's like something to learn about both of you as you move in to some new situations. Logan, I want to get started with you. Tell the people where you're at now and give me some opening statements as we get ready for Madden 26.
Yeah, well, I'm getting my favorite team, Pittsburgh. So I'm very excited about that. New division. I've played everybody in that division at various times. So I'm very excited for a new division. I really liked the previous two divisions I played in. I really did. So it's going to be different learning, especially with Koch having the Bengals this cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever played him when he had the Browns. So we're going to see how that goes. But I'm excited to have the Steelers, and I'm going to have to go for it pretty early because they're getting pretty old, but they have a very built-up defense. So I'm going to have to go in pretty early and probably try to rebuild later in the cycle.
I think the next guy that is going to be a new OMFL champion is going to be right there. But let's talk to a guy who's not new to be an OMFL champion. He's probably got a whole room dedicated just to the cheap trophies I keep sending out. They're not cheap anymore, but they used to be cheaper. D-Money, same division for you, but a brand new team. Tell the people where you're at and give me some opening statements here.
Yeah, switching over to the Rams. I think this would have been year 4 with the Niners, so I'm just ready for something different. Grew up probably 15, 20 minutes from Anaheim Stadium when the Rams used to play there. I think they left in 94. So my dad still follows them, and it's kind of a family thing, so thought it would be fun. The roster looks like it's needs some work, but has some exciting guys, so I'm looking forward to it.
That sounds very scary for the rest of the OMFL, but let's talk a little bit about Madden 25. We're going to kind of dip in and out and look at things that we feel like we can learn from Madden 25. So, D-Money, for you, just tell the people who don't know, who are watching this, how did Madden 25 go for you? You were in San Francisco. Talk a little bit about how Madden 25 went for you overall.
It didn't go great. Made the playoffs twice. I believe I was 0 for 2 in those games. I did not enjoy that iteration. Didn't put the time into it like I normally do. The games themselves were almost a chore. I just didn't really look forward to it. And all my fun came from, outside the game with all our fun league stuff we do and, building the team and, kind of shooting the shit with guys and that kind of thing. So it was rough, quite a bit of losing. So I'm hoping 26 is a bit different.
D-Money and I were talking before this thing got rolling, and I'm seeing a little touch of David Carr in the face here. I was like, you look like a famous quarterback. And we sat there talking about it. I was like, I finally clicked David Carr. Mr. Logan, you're moving over to your favorite team, but man, you had a hell of a season, a couple of seasons there with the Chargers right on the cusp a couple of different times. Tell the people how Madden 25 went for you.
Yeah, so I started with the Rams. Had them about a season and a half or so. Built them up pretty nicely. Played in that division. That was fun. Every game was a hell game for lack of a better term, because all those guys in that division just know how to play and bring out the best in you. Switched over to the Chargers. Had the previous owner had that team built up pretty well. Had guys locked up long term, so I couldn't really switch up that roster very much. But I did have some good runs with that team. Got knocked out in the playoffs every time. Ran up against some good guys. Randy, Cincy was the last one. But yeah, that team was going into the new Madden. Whoever has, I think it's Trey now. The Chargers are going to be a problem. They have a lot of cap and they have some young guys. That team was fun to use, but I'm very excited to have the Steelers now for sure.
Yeah, I totally forgot that you started out with the Rams. I knew that you were with the Rams. I forgot that started in Madden 25 before you switched over. Let's talk a little bit about things that you learned. What'd you learn in Madden 25 that you think you can take with you as we move into Madden 26?
Oh, as far as team building wise, I think you have to be smarter with, or I have to be smarter with, who you give long term contracts to and the type of positions you focus on in the draft. I think free agency and trades is more for like linemen because I feel like linemen is harder to build up and stuff like that. Um, but like skill positions, I feel like it's easier to trade for and build up in the draft. So I think I'm also my gameplay wise, I need to do better at passing. I need to do better at reads because if somebody shuts down my running game, I panic and I just start just chucking the ball, and it's not good. It's an ugly, ugly, ugly thing. So I just need to be better at execution. Execution's the number one thing.
D-Money, you talked about how Madden 25 wasn't your favorite, but what do you think you learned in that situation that you can take with you into Madden 26?
Kind of similar to Logan with team building. I put a lot of resources, not just money, but like incentives and development bumps into corners because we all know I love them. And the 99 guys were getting burned by 72 overall wide receivers. And, that's I have to kind of spread it around as much as I don't want to. I need to do it. And then the other thing I really learned is if you're not going to put in the time and the effort, you're not going to have a lot of success. This league is too good. You've got too many guys who put in that time, and you're just kind of be average unless you, like I said, step up and spend the time and the effort with. I think this was the first Madden I hadn't built a custom playbook. I played the stock the whole time. I kept saying I was going to do it and never did. So, you got to want to do it. And if it's there and you're having fun, then the success will follow, I think.
Life is a dab, but you'll get that thing figured out, man. You'll find your groove and you'll get back into it. Just take a little hiccup there. But I want to talk a little bit about the character of your team. Even though you weren't having the seasons that you thought, you still are arguably the best team builder that we have here. I still don't know why guys give you the deals that they give you, but you are an absolute monster at working the deals, working the phones, and getting things to fall in your favor. And man, you were breaking records. You broke a rookie wide receiver record there in our last season. What's going to be the character and the identity of these Rams as we move into season or Madden 26, I should say?
Yeah, it's going to be a focus on defense. I've always kind of been that way. And looking at the team, they've got a great defensive line already. Jared Verse, I think, was the defensive rookie of the year. I may have that wrong, but Madden gave him a lot of love. And then their second round pick was from Florida State too, defensive tackle Frisk. I think that's how you pronounce it. So they've got some guys that are there. I'm going to bring over 2 corners who are studs. So that'll be the focus. Get after the quarterback and hopefully have a suffocating secondary. So that's what I'm going to look for.
I had a little stroke there, but while D-Money was talking, I took some baby aspirin, so I think I'll be fine. Mr. Logan, what about you? You're moving over to a new team, your favorite team, and we see that kind of go both ways. Some guys they're fine and they can build up their favorite team, and some guys kind of struggle letting certain players go. What's going to be the identity? What's going to be the character of those Pittsburgh Steelers from Madden 26?
Well, like I said in the beginning, they are getting older. I think they're the highest rated defense right now in Madden. I could be wrong, but they got a lot of older pieces. So I have to really throw my chips in the first couple seasons, really go for it. But you know, D Money's right. I think every game that he's got it figured out. The corners I still think are going to matter. Nipple had it figured out last. I hated playing Nipple last cycle because he had X factors all in the secondary, and you couldn't throw anywhere on that field. If they were anywhere close, they were going to get their hand on the ball. So I think the secondary is just. I want like a no fly zone, and I think defense is going to be very important in my division because those guys know how to move the ball and they know how to move the ball very well in multiple ways. And I really got to watch out for the double pass from Nipple now that I'm going to be playing him twice a season. So, um, but yeah, we're just gonna go for it and fill in the holes that we need to, and hopefully have a great cycle.
Hopefully it's not as overpowered as it was in Madden 25. Logan, let's stay on you and keep talking about those Steelers a little bit more. What do you think you have to do better in Pittsburgh for Madden 26 than you did in Madden 25? Is it play calling? Is it team building? You've talked a lot about team building, but what has to be better? What do you have to do better to be better in Madden 26?
Well, number one is keep one team for the entire cycle. I'll tell you that. But no, there's a few things. Gameplay wise, like I said, the keep mixing up the plays. Don't become one dimensional in terms of like, okay, they know what you're gonna do here. They know what you're gonna do here. Um, if something doesn't work, then you have to go to something else. Just make sure you can execute and make good reads. And if there's so many good players in this league, and that they can just disguise defenses and team build to the best of them. And it's just you got to be able to execute your game plan and really can kind of control the game. And there's so many games I've played already in this league where if you don't control the ball in the game and you're turning it over and everything, it feels like it's the longest game in the world. So um, I just I just really need to control the ball and limit turnovers, to be honest.
D Money, outside of being more engaged, same thing to you. What do you have to do better or be better at to be better in Madden 26?
Take care of the ball. If you look at my quarterback stats, before Madden 25, they were always solid, but nothing like crazy, limited turnovers. This last Madden, I was usually up there near the top in yardage or touchdowns, but I had a ton of interceptions. That's never been me. Um, I guess it was just trying to have fun, and on the second and shorts, third and shorts, instead of converting, I'm throwing bombs because that's more fun. So get back to how I played before, just smarter football. Limit turnovers, still try to be unpredictable, but really, really limit turnovers.
It is a whole lot more fun, but so is winning. D-Money, let's talk about some of your favorite players. Again, you're taking over a brand new team there, so I don't know how much you do or don't know about those Rams. Who are maybe your top 3 guys you're most excited to have for Madden 26, and maybe a one-word description on each about why you're excited to play with them?
First one would be Puka, the wide receiver. Word I'd use for him is deceptive. I thought he was going to be slow, but he's 93 speed, so that was a pleasant surprise. I think him paired with that rookie of the year receiver is going to be fun. And then Jared, I don't play defensive end a lot, but Jared Verse, I do switch over there once in a while. For him, I just say sacks. his power and finesse moves are already up there. I think I can get him to like a Bosa Jr. And then, the other wide receiver, the rookie of the year, Tyson. I'm very excited to see what 98 speed feels like in 26.
Still having nightmares about that guy and watching him run past literally my entire secondary every single play. Logan, you're moving over to your favorite team, so there's probably a whole list of guys you can't wait to get your hands on. But who are your top 3 guys you're most excited to have, and a one-word description on why?
Well, on the Chargers, I had DK Metcalf, and I loved using him. He had 96 speed. He's 6'4", just a massive target. And thankfully, Steelers in real life picked him up in the offseason. So I'm really excited to have him, just because of his size. He was just very reliable. Also, I'm bringing 2 import corners because, like I said, that secondary is getting outside of Joey Porter. That secondary is getting very old. So I'm very excited about the 2 corners I'm bringing. And well, actually, I'll say I'm actually more excited about bringing my the third import I'm bringing is Siren Taki, the 96 speed receiver to go with Metcalf. He was always like my number 2 receiver on the Chargers, and he kind of just went under the radar. But I almost feel like your number 2 receiver is more important in this league than anything, because a lot of people may only have one lockdown corner, so that number 2 and number 2 receiver just comes so much more important. So I'm looking forward to being able to air it out a little bit more than I did with the Chargers. So
Tyke also was like, I think, super underrated, like in the league, just in generally, really, really good player. And I think he's going to really help you there in Pittsburgh. Well, fellas, that's going to do it for us. I appreciate you making time for me on a Sunday afternoon and talking a little bit about your teams as we gear up for Madden 26. It's here, so I can't wait to get rolling. I do think we're going to have to wait for the first update. Would be nice to get a roster update, though we sort of touch and go on that because sometimes those things can come out pretty late. But I think overall it feels like a really good game, and it feels better than college football 26. It really does. It is a step in the right direction. It doesn't feel radically different, but it does feel like a really good game. So I appreciate you both, pulling for you both in Madden 26, and I can't wait to do it. Fellas, thank you everyone for tuning in to OMFL Media Days. One more tonight. I think we got a big group because we had to move Twinkie from this one. So I think we got like 5 or 6 guys tonight. So we'll be back here tonight to do another OMFL Media Days. What up, Nice Sanger? I see you in the chat. I appreciate you, buddy. Guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. Know that you are loved and that you matter. I can't wait to see you on the next one. Until then, God bless. Peace.
Smash that like and subscribe.